All right, hi everyone, this is Jody from Oregon E-Bikes with our service manager Ollie, and today Ollie is going to show me how to put pedals on this bike and straighten the handlebars. And this happens to be how, if you purchase a bike from us, you will see it when you bring it out of the box with our ready-to-ride shipping option. So Ollie's basically going to walk you through the steps that you need to take in order to get from here out on the road. So I have the bike, I have the pedals. Is there a way to tell which is the left and which is the right?
Well, Jody, most of the times there is a stamp on the end of the pedal spindle here with a L for the left-hand pedal and an R for the right-hand pedal. Now, I don't know if you can see that, but there's an R and there's an L.
Okay, that's fairly simple, but kind of hard to see. But then, okay, I've got left and right. Do I just screw them on the pedal?
Well, Jody, interesting you say that. No, there is a left pedal and a right-hand pedal, and the left-hand pedal has a left-hand thread. For simpler terms, each pedal will tighten toward the front of the bike. You're going to put it into the crank here and twist counterclockwise or toward the front of the bike until snug.
All right, Ollie, and how tight does that need to be?
Well, you want to make sure you tighten it snug, but not too much. As you're pedaling, that's the reason for the left-hand thread on this is so the pedals will actually snug up as you ride the bike. So I like to just give it one of those.
I like it. And then with the right pedal, same thing?
Exactly. We're just going to put it over here and again, twist the pedal toward the front of the bike. And once it's ran all the way in, we're going to snug it up with our 15mm open-end wrench.
I love that. Thanks, Ollie.
Not a problem.
Now the handlebars. All right, Ollie, I'm ready to ride. Last step, what do I have to do with the handlebars?
Well, what we're going to have to do here is on this particular quill style stem, we're going to have to remove the little rain umbrella here. And if you notice in there, there's a 6mm hex key that I will actually want to loosen up. And once we're loose enough, we can simply twist the handlebars, ensuring that we're centered with the wheel. And then we're going to want to tighten the quill bolt here.
So Ollie, how tight do I need to make this? Is it similar to the pedals?
Well, you're going to want to make sure this is perhaps a little tighter than the pedals. You want to make sure that the quill stem is snug inside the stem, which is going to be approximately 20 Newton meters. A gauge that I like to use to estimate whether I'm in the range is simply to hold the front wheel between my legs here and try and turn the handlebars.
Oh.
As you can see,
Needs to be tighter.
that needs to be a little more snug. So again, we're going to re-straighten our handlebars and tighten on that quill. And it takes a fair amount.
Woohoo! All right, I'm ready to roll on my new Gazelle. And that actually seemed really easy with the handlebars. Are they all like that?
I wish, but no. Now we're looking at another stem we see a lot here, which is your traditional threadless style headset. As you can see, we'll have two stem clamp bolts here and a top cap, which actually preloads the headset bearings.
Oh.
So similarly to the quill style stem, we're going to simply turn our handlebar, approximately center it with the front wheel. Then what we want to do is adjust the top cap here. Typically, you want to just snug that. The idea here is to take up the play in the bearings, but not to reef on it. So typically just snug is good. And then we'll want to torque our stem clamp bolts to approximately 4 to 6 Newton meters.
Easy enough. And then do you go back to the top cap after tightening the...
No, you would simply leave these torqued as they are. Another check that I like to do is simply to stand the bike up again like this, squeezing the front brake and rock it back and forth. If you feel any play out of the fork and headset here, then you will have to start the process over again.
So to clarify, if you do feel that play, my first step is loosening these, and then I can retighten the top cap.
Correct. You'd want to loosen the stem clamp bolts here. Again, simply snug your top cap, taking up the play in the bearings, and again, retorque the stem clamp bolts to approximately 4 to 6 Newton meters.
All right, thanks, Ollie. And I'm ready to go ride my bike, and hopefully you guys are too, but we are always here for you too via phone, email, or come in by the shop if you have any questions on the pedals or the handlebars or anything else.